All right, welcome back to Self Care Writer. I am Ashley. I am a variety email marketer and a copywriter. So, what we're going to be doing today, we're just going to dive right in. So this is actually the rubric that I have sent out in the signups for Instagram posts. The previous YouTube video that I have linked down below if you want to look at that one, and how I actually began the creation of this rubric here. So, what we have is obviously the rubric, and what we're going to do today, whoops, what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give you a little tutorial of what I do for this specific rubric here. So, we're going to I'm not going to use my horrible little writing, okay? So we're going to go to the text box and we're just going to type it in. But first, I do want to mention that we will be using 2024 Super Bowl ad commercials, obviously from last year. If you're still watching this video from 2025, obviously. But anyway, so we're going to be watching a 2024, we're going to watch two of them, but we're going to watch the 2024 Super Bowl ads, and I will go over what you need to do here in this rubric as well. So let's jump over to, we're going to jump over here. So I have it, put up as 2024 Super Bowl commercials. And now we're going to go pick two ones that I've never seen because I did not watch the Super Bowl last year. So I have no idea what is what here. And let's see. I want the audio to be available as well. Okay. So, with that being said, let's do Red Becomes Automotive 2024 Super Bowl commercial, a nursery. So, upon looking at this, and just not even like looking at like the video that's playing right now, and just looking at the thumbnail, looking at the title here, the description down here, it looks interesting, we'll just say that. So now that I picked my title, I'm gonna go back over here and we're going to type in the title of the YouTube video that we're gonna watch, or the ad commercial. So it's gonna be Red becomes, oh my god, automotive. I know this is really small, don't worry, I'm about to like make it really big. Let's do, we'll do 67. Okay. So let me save that. And I'm actually gonna make this a bigger font, something more readable. Okay. So in the first box, we're going to put the brand. So we're gonna put the brand. We're not gonna put the title of the actual video that we're watching. We're just gonna use the brand name. In the next one here, in the middle box, we're gonna put the niche. So it's obviously automotive. So we're gonna put automotive there. And if you're like me who likes things neat and tidy, we like to center things. And then the last one will be the score of everything that I've compiled out here in the scoreboard. So the first one we have is storytelling. So let's go ahead and watch the ad and get going with the ad itself. I am actually going to get my headphones for this. Wherever they are. And we're gonna go over this together. So let's see. I'm just gonna make sure that this is connected. I can hear the ad as well. Okay. So all seems good. All right. So let's go ahead and play this video.
At Redmond Combs, we're driven to serve. That means doing whatever our customers need.
Wait, whatever we need?
Pliers.
Pliers.
That should do it. Wrench.
Wrench.
Oh, you dropped a stitcher.
It's beautiful.
Whoa. Whatever our customers need when it comes to their vehicles.
Red McCombs Automotive, driven to serve.
Okay. I have to say that was pretty cute. I like that. Look at the little cheese. The little cheese. Okay, anyway, let's focus. Okay, so we have storytelling. And the first one that we have here is 1 through 5. So 1 is no story or confusing, lacks structure. 2 is weak story, hard to follow. 3 is basic narrative but not engaging. 4 is strong, engaging narrative. And 5 is captivating, cohesive, and emotional story. So I personally, as a parent myself, I enjoyed this because they're showing in the back, they have you looking at an SUV. So SUV is definitely like a family car, okay? It's room for everybody. You just had a new child, you know, a new baby on the way. You want something that's, you know, sturdy. It's big enough for the family environment and everybody coming in the car. And you just want to get ready for your newborn, right? So let's go ahead and rewatch this, and then we'll decide what we're gonna choose on storytelling.
Redmond Combs, we're driven to serve. That means doing whatever our customers need.
Wait, whatever we need?
So they were struggling getting that baby's room set up, right? So they're just like, oh, okay, we're gonna take that to heart because everybody takes things to heart, right? So we're just like, bet. All right. So now they have the whole crew of people coming in to help them, you know, with the nursery and whatnot. Looks like dad's over here. If I could show y'all the thing, it looks like they're coming in, you know, they're coming in, helping out. And it looks like dad over here is getting help with the baby crib. Mom's over here looking at the wall. She's not even looking at nobody. I don't know what's going on there. But it's just like the fascination of like, oh my God, there's people helping us like get the baby's room together within like this day. Like it's gonna get done today. Let's see.
Pliers.
Pliers.
That should do it.
Oh my. Look at this. Look at this right here. That's for a car. Oh, that's too good. I love how they added like the automotive stuff to like making a nursery. That's a gem.
Wrench.
And then like automotive like repair, he's building the baby's bed, but he's also like fixing the baby's bed, which is fixing the baby's car. You know, it's just like it's funny.
Oh, you dropped a stitcher.
It's beautiful.
Use the diapers to cry and wipe them tears off.
Whoa. Whatever our customers need when it comes to their vehicles.
Red McCombs Automotive.
All right. See, I think that's a 5. Me personally, that's a 5. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna circle it, and you can circle it if you want to. Do whatever you need to do in order to know how you mark your things here, but for me, I like to highlight. So I'm gonna make a highlight in number 5 here so that we know number 5 was the one that was chosen for storytelling because it was pretty good. Message clarity. So we have 1 being purpose unclear, unrelated to brand. 2 being slightly vague or scattered message. 3 being core message is somewhat clean and lacks impact. 4 is clear, effective messaging. And 5 being crystal clear, strongly tied to brand, product, or purpose. I'm gonna have to give that a 5 because not only did they get it correct, they literally added this here. He's like wrench, screwdriver, drill. It's like he's, and then they have this freaking the jack right here, like the lift. The don't come for me, okay? I'm trying to figure it out. Because they have this. They have the forklift here. It's just like he's like the screwdriver, you know, the wrench and stuff like that. It's perfect. And then they have the diaper genie here with the air filter. Oh my god, that is just too funny. That's what's it called? It's an air filter, but it's for I'm trying to remember. I used to write these in product descriptions for the automotive service companies that I've written product descriptions for. It's air intake. It's air intake. But anyway, but like they have these like it's perfect. And then they have, you know, their stitching up socks, and I don't know how that's kind of relevant to auto, but I mean, I guess they're kind of helping out. And then the little automobile, the little mobile, like the little automobile. It's just the little tire. It's just perfect for me. I think it's a 5. So we're gonna go back over here. We're gonna put a 5 for crystal clear, strongly tied brand, product, purpose. Emotional appeal is our next category. So we have no emotional connection or feels flat. 2 as weak emotional engagement. 3 as mildly engaging but not memorable. 4 is strongly emotional or strong emotional resonance. 5 evokes strong feelings, an example, nostalgia, humor, or inspiration. So it's definitely humorous. I thought it was weird. But again, this is all based on my own thoughts of this commercial. I'm not really a person who would go to a dealership, but the fact that they're just like making it about family, like cars, that's how you can sell. Like you make a family feel like they can, you know, envision, like they can feel themselves driving the car, they can envision themselves driving the car and understand that there are things that are needed to be like safety wise for like, you know, driving like an SUV family car. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this emotional appeal as 5 because it's definitely invoking the feels of the stressful life of preparing for a child to come into your home, into your life, you know, birthing and all of that. It just like takes the stress out of that. So call to action. no call to action or ineffective, unclear action. 2 is call to action is vague or uninspiring. 3 is present but not prominent or impactful. 4 is clear and compelling call to action. And 5 being highly persuasive, motivates quick action. So if you're promoting this as like, hey, you need this car in order to get ready for your new little bundle of joy that's coming here, I feel like this is also a 5 because it's just like you only have 9 months of pregnancy. Like that's the maximum that you can have. So you have 9 months. Like the ball's rolling. Like you gotta get going here. So there's call to action. Like, you gotta get, a new car. We have you covered. We've got you covered. Before your little bundle of joy comes, we have the car for you, safety, get you from the hospital and back. It's just like, and then further on as well, whenever your little one is here. So definitely a 5 for me on this book. Creativity, generic or boring, lacks originality, as 1. 2 is minimally creative or derivative. 3 as standard execution, lacks innovation. 4 is creative and engaging. And 5 being highly original, innovative, and visually stunning. So I would give that a 4 because I don't think it's visually stunning, but it is very creative on what they did. So I'm just definitely going to give that a 4. Again, I'm very picky when it comes to this. If you would have given it a 5, you definitely go ahead. Go ahead. That's perfectly fine. But for me, I'm very picky, and I think that they could have done a little bit more in aspects of creativity. I feel like they just kind of threw this part in here. I don't know exactly this part where they're just like knitting. It's just like, doesn't really go with the brand per se, whereas like this here with the intake filter goes with the brand. The dad putting the bed together here, right here, where it has like the the forklift, or not the forklift, the I keep saying forklift. It's not a forklift. The jack. It's a jack, right? They call it a jack. You jack the car up. I don't know, but it's the thing that lifts the car. Oh my god! Please don't come for me. But anyway, so we have a bunch here, but this just feels very like just thrown in there. Like even this part here, he has the diapers, because it's obviously, the child's room. You see the intake filter in the back there, and then you got the automobile, like little spinny. Like, come on, that's pretty darn good. But I will have to give them a 4 because this scene here, it's just like, I don't know if this is a mechanic thing. Like, oh, you missed that.
Stitcher.
What is it? What does he
Oh, you
say?
dropped a stitcher.
Oh, you dropped a stitch there. Like, is that a mechanic thing? Like, I personally don't know. If it is, then it's probably a 5. So it's just like, we'll see. But for me right now, that doesn't make sense because I'm not 100% into the automotive thing. I guess I could go look it up, but we're not doing that in this video. So doesn't make sense. It's a 4. It's still pretty high up there. So let's go back to the rubric here. Target audience. So we have misses the mark, does not connect with audience, somewhat relatable but inconsistent at 2. 3, we have resonates with audience moderately. 4 is well tailored for the audience. And 5, perfectly crafted to engage and relate to the intended audience. I am having to give that a 5 because there is no way that this is not getting a 5 for the target audience. It is directing it towards the automotive people looking for a car, people that are about to have a child, a family, SUV. It's pure gold, and they did it so well too. On top of that, memorability. We have 1 as forgettable, brand product is unclear. 2, hard to recall, weak brand connection. 3, somewhat memorable, lacks a strong association with brand or product. 4 is memorable and impactful, and 5, instantly memorable, clearly tied to the brand. Now, I don't know exactly if I would memorize this. More than likely I would, because I've been like going over this and I've watched this I don't know how many times. But it's something that I would probably be more like attached to, like as a automotive thing. And I think they hit the nail on the head, because it was just like, she's about to have a baby. They're getting everything set up and they've got you covered for car sale. You know, it's just like, okay, I'll give that one a 5 for sure. Relevance to brand. Feels disconnected or inconsistent with a brand identity. 2 is weak alignment with brand. 3 as aligns somewhat but doesn't enhance brand image. 4 is strong alignment with brand. 5 fully reflects brand identity and reinforces values. Definitely a 5, only because it says fully reflects brand identity. They're a car sales, like they're trying to sell cars. And what do you do when you sell a car? You try to entice the buyer to make a purchase on a car, or like, you know, make a finance purchase on a car. They're trying to, you know, not just sell it, but they're just trying to like make you understand, like, put yourself in this car, like this is a car for you type thing. So they're trying to like help them and like get them, you know, set up and squared away and in time for this baby to come here. And it reinforces values, because it's just like they're putting you first. Like, it's just like, it makes me feel like they're putting the family first. They are trying to make sure that everything is set before the baby comes, and it's just like it's trying to make it personable. Like, it's not just buy this car because you'll need it eventually. They made it more of a story, like, you know, they're helping you, and it's like they came in and helped you put the, you know, all the stuff together, because you might have needed that car to get the crib, to get, you know, all of the items and get ready for the baby. So I'm definitely going to give that a 5. Length of efficiency. We have too short or too long. Pacing is awkward. 2 as length feels slightly off. 3 as pacing is acceptable, but could be improved. 4 as well paced and engaging. 5 is perfect pacing, maintains interest throughout. That's a toughie. Perfect pacing and maintains interest throughout, or well paced and engaging. So I'm kind of on the fence between 4 and 5 there. Because I mean, it's only a 30-second video. I'd probably give it a 5, just because they fit all of that into, well, no. I'm only saying no because of the knitting part, where he's like, oh, you forgot a stitch, or you lost a stitch, or something like that. Because that kind of threw me off a little bit. But other than that, it just seemed like really, I feel like that was probably more for like a mechanic side of things because it's just like, yeah, there was like a stuffed animal in the background and like it's just car guys like knitting. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 4 on that one. Well paced and engaging. Now we have the last category. We have impact. Was this impactful? I think so. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and read them out and then we'll make the decision. So we have one as being no lasting impression or significant effect on viewer behavior. That's definitely X. We have 2 as minimal impact, easily forgotten. 3 as leaves a mild impression but fails to inspire strong action. 4 as makes a noticeable impression. And 5 as the strong impact drives action or changes perception entirely. So with the impact, so it does make a noticeable impression. I'm just trying to figure out if everything in 5 is something that relates to the ad itself. So these are things like how I'm talking to you is definitely how I conversate to myself without the camera. Like I break it down. I watch the video multiple times and try to break it down and like figure out the best option if it's a 4 or a 5 because sometimes I'm on the fence. You know, sometimes you will be on the fence. And these are things that you should talk about out loud so you can hear yourself and make a better selection. Because if you don't actually talk it out and actually analyze it and make that decision, like it make the hard decision, because in marketing you're going to make a lot of hard decisions. You'll get better at, you know, the process and actually understanding, like maybe you don't know what impact is. Well, maybe, you know, and you don't understand impact with the 1 through 5 that is listed on here. That's when you need to actually go and do the research. That's when you actually need to understand what impact actually means in the marketing sense. So you may want to take time to go do that and, you know, fully understand that aspect of marketing. It's not saying, you know, like you're not educated. It's not saying that because with me, I literally chat GPT everything. I go and Google it. I read documents, like things that I think I know. I go and research it. I think I know like certain words, but words in the English dictionary has like 500 meanings to one thing. So you definitely need to figure out what is impact to you. What does impact mean to you? What does length of efficiency mean to you? What does storytelling mean to you? Now, it can be a generalized thing from a mass amount of people, but at the end of the day, storytelling has a slightly different look and definition to the next person. So definitely, if you have an issue with trying to understand as like a new marketer or somebody who's trying to learn copywriting, or, you know, just like digital marketing or email marketing, you definitely need to break it down. Take a step back, understand it, analyze it, make sure that you have all bases covered until you firmly have a good set idea of what you think the word means to you. Back to the rubric. So for me, I'm gonna give this a 4. 4. That was my drum roll. Horrible, I know. But anyway, so we have makes a noticeable impression, as if somebody say, okay, so for impact would be like if I was ready to make a car purchase right now I would be more than likely leaning towards a 5. I'm not looking to buy a car, so I'm leaning more towards a 4. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Whenever you think about these things, that you're actually, breaking it down and understanding the psychological aspect of that, then you can actually understand it better because you start understanding yourself better. And whenever you understand, like, you're on the fence between this or that, most people are on the fence between a lot of things. And that's why in the customer stage, whenever you're a marketer, you have the persuasion, the very last one, where it's like you need to make sure that these people or your customers or your readers, that are on the fence, to actually they're just right there whenever they're trying to buy your product or service. You need to, like, push them over the edge. Not literally, it's a metaphor. You need to make them make the purchase. You need to entice them to the point that they make the purchase with you, not the other company, or not at all. Because if you're like me, you're not ready to make the purchase. You got to be understanding, like, this person's more than likely gonna purchase in the future. Yeah, I'm planning on purchasing a car in the future, but I'm not worried about purchasing it right now. That's the only reason why impact number 4 for me. So if you're ready to make a purchase on a car and you're ready to finance one or buy one outright, then you probably pick number 5. So, but for me, this is going to be number 4. All right. So with that being said, now we have storytelling as 5. Excuse my horrible writing. We're actually going to pop this sucker out here. So we have message clarity also at 5. We have emotional appeal at 5. Call to action at 5. Creativity is at a 4. Target audience, memorability, and relevance to brand, all of them are 5s. And then we have length of efficiency and impact coming in at 4s. So now once we calculate it, we're going to write because it's out of 50, because there's 10 columns, 5 times 10, obviously 50. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 35 for, it'll be 39. 9 plus 4 is 13, so 43. 43 plus 44 is 47. So we have 47 out of 50. If I calculated that wrong, let me know in the comments. But if I didn't, thumbs up. Leave me a like. All right. So then what I personally do is I have a little add button on my GoodNotes app that I can just add the same template, and it's the brand new template, no markings whatsoever, and I can go on to the next ad. So if you did like this video, be sure to obviously like it if I got that right. Or if you just enjoyed it and you plan on using this, be sure to get the link, click on the link below in the description. I will have a sign up ad form that will take you over and give you candy. And be sure to comment if I did not get the math right. It was off of a whim. So, but yeah, until next time, y'all, I appreciate you for being here, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.